With the absolute horrible nuclear meltdown events at Fukushima in Japan, combined with an ongoing cover-up by government and corporate efforts, billions will be exposed to ionizing radiation. Many of us will be subject to radiation with half-lives in tens if not hundreds or more of years. The whole thing is quite out of hand and appears similar to the whole Gulf disaster with cover-up after cover-up. The half-life of a radioisotope is the time required for 1/2 of the amount of unstable material to degrade into a more stable material. People then need to know what they can do to help protect from at least some of the radiation and also work to decrease levels. In an effort to do just that, I have compiled a list of items I would like to share with you. Please pass this along, as people must realize this is a very serious situation. If you are not awake yet, now is the time to wake up. First off, you need to be very aware of any products you purchase when shopping that may have been bought after around the middle of March. Let's say about March 15th. You must now search through your grocery stores and supermarket shelves, making sure you know where your food is coming from. Multiple reports have already surfaced with contamination in North America. First off, start with the most basic and make sure you have a steady supply of fresh and clean drinking water. You need to avoid all forms of poison such as aspartame, Splenda, MSG, or anything that will inhibit the immune function of the body. Now let's talk about vitamin C, B and E, potassium and magnesium. All of these are mission critical and will help the body deal with stress and fatigue. Organic pea pollen is a great source of all of these with the exception of vitamin D, and supplements will do the trick for it. Here you need to be boosting your immune system and preventing other infections, as you want to be in the best physical health to deal with a radioactive fallout situation. I highly recommend colloidal silver, which is one of the biggest cover-ups in all of medical history. Big Pharma doesn't get paid for the solution that is remarkably cheap for just pennies on the dollar, and thus has suppressed it and given it a bad name. Regardless, put any pathogen up to silver and little chance for survival exists. It works on about any infection. Take 1 to 3 teaspoons per day for maintenance, and more if you have came down with something. Coenzyme tin helps prevent the body from absorbing radioactive materials and assists the body with immunity, and is great for the heart. Our bodies produce less of this as we age, so supplements can really help. If there is enough inorganic, non-radioactive iodine in our bodies, the radioactive fallout, which has an 8-day half-life, has nowhere to bind in our bodies. Unfortunately, there is more to deal with than just radioactive iodine 131, even so this helps with the radiation produced. Recommended tips to prevent radioactive iodine is to take potassium iodine supplements, which will fill the thyroid gland and prevent you from catching the quick-moving cancers that are produced from radiation sickness. Natural forms exist in many foods such as seaweeds, asparagus, garlic, spinach and more. Also be sure to take in chlorella and selenium for detox. In addition, for a quality adaptogeneral, choose ginseng. Miso soup has been known to be effective with removing radioactive elements from the body, but please make sure your source is not from Japan. Some other things you can do to help protect yourself. Do not at all be out in the rain, sleet, snow or any form of precipitation. Take your shoes off at the door and follow good hygiene with washing your hands often. Epsom salt and baking soda baths. These are highly effective baths to soak in that will aid in the detoxification of ionizing radiation. Soak 20 to 30 minutes in a hot bath with at least 2 cups of either until the water starts to cool. Make sure to drink plenty of fluids throughout, before and after the bath. Another quick path to perform to alkalize the body, which is the state your body should be in to avoid sickness and disease, is to use an apple cider vinegar bath. 1 to 2 quarts should do the trick, with as little as a cup or 2 being effective. Another inexpensive and extremely effective thing for ionizing radiation damage protection is rosemary. Studies have produced results that this simple herb helps prevent damage from radiation. Finally, radiation produces mass amounts of free radicals in the body, directly fighting against your cells. Strong antioxidants such as cacao, better known as chocolate, but only eat the dark stuff, blueberries, oxygenizing drops and many other foods, including most vegetables, help to fight cellular damage and reduce free radical production, which wreaks havoc at the cellular level. Remember, no dose of radiation is acceptable. It is accumulative. And do not trust your government or corrupt corporations they are in bed with. You, and you alone, are responsible to protect yourself during this global catastrophic event. We do not know the extent of it yet, but having a heads up on what you can do now is half the battle.